Welcome the rare gems, Sigma. Females are a unique group who live life on their own terms, often finding joy in places others might overlook and steering clear of what most people seem to enjoy. Because of their distinct perspective, certain popular activities just don't appeal to them. Whether it's the noisy excitement of amusement parks or the constant buzz of social media, Sigma females have their own idea of what's fun. Let's explore 7 things that Sigma females typically dislike, even though everyone else seems to love them. Get ready for a fresh perspective on what really matters. Let's get started. Number 1. Nightclubs, the noise curators. Nightclubs are a definite no for Sigma females. While others might get excited about hitting the hottest club in town, Sigma females are likely thinking they'd rather be anywhere else. The idea of spending hours in a loud, crowded and sweaty space with flashing lights and booming bass sounds more like a nightmare than a fun night out. For Sigma females, the whole clubbing scene is just too much. They don't see the point in shouting over deafening music just to have a conversation or dancing like everyone's watching and judging. The experience feels forced and shallow, more about being seen than actually enjoying the moment. Then there's the hassle of getting ready. Sigma females would much rather spend their evening in comfortable clothes, doing something they genuinely enjoy, instead of squeezing into tight outfits and uncomfortable shoes just to fit in. The long wait for overpriced drinks and the inevitable struggle to find a cab at the end of the night only add to their reasons for staying home. So, while others are lining up to get into the trendiest club, Sigma females are probably enjoying a quiet night with a good book, a favorite TV show, or a deep conversation with a close friend. They value real, meaningful connections and experiences far more than the temporary, superficial excitement of the club scene. Number 2. Guilt-induced altruism, Sigma. Females have a unique perspective on acts of charity and kindness. They generally avoid participating in or valuing acts of generosity that are driven by social pressure or guilt. For example, if someone donates to a charity or helps others primarily because they feel obliged, want to avoid criticism, or seek to enhance their social standing, Sigma females see this as disingenuous. They are unimpressed by actions done merely to meet societal expectations or to appear virtuous. Instead, Sigma females place a high value on altruism that stems from genuine compassion and personal conviction. They believe that true generosity comes from a deep-seated desire to make a difference and support others, not from a need to conform to external standards or seek validation. For them, the authenticity of the motive is paramount. They respect acts of kindness that are driven by a sincere wish to contribute positively to others' lives, rather than by the fear of judgment or the desire for personal gain. In essence, Sigma females are drawn to altruism that is both heartfelt and self-motivated, rather than superficial and performative. Number 3. Amusement park, the roller coaster of stress. Amusement parks are a definite no-go for Sigma females. While others might get excited about spending a day surrounded by screaming kids, overpriced food, and endless lines, Sigma females are more likely thinking they'd rather be anywhere else. The idea of forced fun in a chaotic, crowded environment feels more like a chore than a good time. For Sigma females, the thrill of roller coasters and spinning rides just doesn't cut it. The thought of being flung around at high speeds or enduring stomach-churning drops doesn't appeal to them at all. The long waits for a few minutes of adrenaline just aren't worth it. They'd much rather spend their time on activities that bring calm and genuine enjoyment. The atmosphere of amusement parks is another major downside. The loud noises, the sea of people, and the constant barrage of sights and sounds can be overwhelming. Sigma females prefer environments where they can think clearly and move freely without feeling like they're stuck in the middle of a carnival. And then there's the food. Sigma females aren't impressed by greasy, overpriced snacks that leave you feeling queasy rather than satisfied. The idea of paying a small fortune for a subpar meal doesn't sit well with them. They'd much rather enjoy a meal in a peaceful setting where the food is actually worth the money. So while others are eagerly planning their next trip to the amusement park, Sigma females are happily steering clear of the whole ordeal. They prefer activities that are enriching and fulfilling, not the kind that leave them exhausted and irritated. True fun for them doesn't come with a side of stress and sensory overload. Number 4. Window shopping, aimless walking. Window shopping is a pastime that Sigma females just don't get. While others can spend hours wandering through stores, gazing at things they have no intention of buying, Sigma females see it as a pointless exercise. They think, why would I waste my time looking at stuff I don't need and won't buy? It's like running a marathon with no finish line. For Sigma females, shopping has a clear purpose. They make a list, go to the store, get what they need, and leave. Efficiency is key. They don't have the patience for aimless browsing or the mental energy to daydream about items they don't actually want or need. The idea of strolling through a mall just to see what's out there feels like a test of endurance they'd rather avoid. And then there are the crowds. Sigma females aren't fans of packed stores filled with pushy people. They prefer to skip the chaos and spend their time on more meaningful activities. To them, window shopping is like watching other people eat a delicious meal when you're not even hungry. Pointless and a bit torturous. So, while others might find joy in window shopping, Sigma females are more likely at home, happily doing something productive or enjoying a good book, far away from the temptation of things they don't need. Number 5. Reckless driving, wheel of doom. For most people, reckless driving might seem like a thrilling, adrenaline-pumping activity, but for Sigma females, it's a straight path to Stress City. When they see speed demons weaving through traffic, their first thought is, why would anyone want to play bumper cars with their actual car? Sigma females value their lives and peace of mind far too much to find any excitement in turning the highway into a personal racetrack. They're not interested in the heart-pounding drama of narrowly avoiding disaster every few seconds. Instead, they'd much rather reach their destination safely and calmly, without needing a stiff drink or deep breathing exercises afterward. For Sigma females, driving is simply a way to get from point A to point B, efficiently and without any unnecessary risks. Besides, they've got more important things to focus on than explaining to a police officer why they were speeding through traffic like they were in an action movie. Sigma females are too busy conquering their goals to waste time in traffic court. So while others might get a rush from reckless driving, Sigma females just roll their eyes and stick to the speed limit, appreciating the peace and quiet of a drama-free drive. Thank you for subscribing and joining our community. Your support truly means a lot to us. Don't forget to on the bell icon so you stay updated with all our latest videos. Number 6. Taking selfies. Camera of distraction. For most people, reckless driving might seem like a thrilling, adrenaline-pumping activity, but for Sigma females, it's a straight path to Stress City. When they see speed demons weaving through traffic, their first thought is, why would anyone want to play bumper cars with their actual car? Sigma females value their lives and peace of mind far too much to find any excitement in turning the highway into a personal racetrack. They're not interested in the heart-pounding drama of narrowly avoiding disaster every few seconds. Instead, they'd much rather reach their destination safely and calmly, without needing a stiff drink or deep breathing exercises afterward. For Sigma females, driving is simply a way to get from point A to point B, efficiently and without any unnecessary risks. Besides, they've got more important things to focus on than explaining to a police officer why they were speeding through traffic like they were in an action movie. Sigma females are too busy conquering their goals to waste time in traffic court. So, while others might get a rush from reckless driving, Sigma females just roll their eyes and stick to the speed limit, appreciating the peace and quiet of a drama-free drive. Number 7. Fitting into predefined roles. For many, traditional roles in relationships, careers, or society offer a sense of security and direction. These roles come with clear guidelines and societal approval, making it easy for people to follow a familiar path and feel a sense of belonging. But for Sigma females, these predefined molds feel more like shackles than comfort. Sigma females see these roles as restrictive, often stifling their individuality and personal growth. They resist being confined to one role because they know that these expectations can limit their potential and keep them from truly thriving. Rather than conform to what society expects, Sigma females prefer to forge their own paths. They value their independence and autonomy, which often means going against the grain to pursue what genuinely matters to them. This could involve rejecting conventional career choices, challenging traditional relationship norms, or simply refusing to live according to societal expectations. Sigma females aren't interested in following someone else's blueprint for life. They understand that true fulfillment comes from embracing their unique strengths and passions, not from fitting into a box designed by others. By refusing to be pigeonholed, they ensure that they live authentically and remain true to themselves, even if it means facing criticism or being misunderstood by those around them. Additional point: over-the-top dining restaurant, the unnecessary food expenditure. Sigma females aren't typically drawn to fancy, over-the-top dining experiences. While others might get excited about a meal that costs as much as a small car payment and looks like a tiny work of art, Sigma females often find themselves thinking, "I just want a good meal, not a performance." The whole experience can feel a bit too pretentious and fussy for their taste. Sigma females value substance over style. They'd much rather enjoy a hearty, delicious meal at a cozy, no-frills spot than sit through a multi-course extravaganza where each dish is smaller than a postage stamp. The ritual of white glove service, elaborate plating, and needing a dictionary to understand the menu feels more like a chore than a treat. And let's talk about the atmosphere. Sigma females aren't impressed by dim lighting, hushed voices, or the kind of ambience that makes you feel like you need to whisper. They prefer a down-to-earth setting where they can enjoy their meal and have a real conversation without worrying about which fork to use or how to pronounce a dish. While others might be dazzled by the glitz and glamour of high-end dining, Sigma females are perfectly content with a great burger at their favorite local joint. They appreciate good food without the unnecessary frills and theatrics. For them, it's all about enjoying the moment and the company, not putting on a show. Another thing Sigma females hate: group fitness classes. When it comes to group fitness classes, Sigma females might roll their eyes faster than a treadmill on max speed. Picture this: a room full of pumped-up people sweating to the beat of an overly enthusiastic instructor. For Sigma females, this isn't exactly their idea of a good time. The whole group dynamic just doesn't sit well with them. They prefer to set their own workout pace, whether it's a brisk jog or a leisurely yoga session. The pressure to keep up with everyone else in a class just doesn't align with their do-it-your-way philosophy. And then there's the instructor's pep talk. While everyone else is getting motivated by phrases like, "push harder and you can do it," Sigma females might be mentally drafting their grocery list or planning their next weekend adventure. They'd rather work out in peace without feeling like they're auditioning for a fitness boot camp. Plus, there's the whole gym fashion show vibe. Some folks treat a group fitness class like a runway, sporting the latest neon spandex and trendy sneakers. Sigma females prefer comfort over fashion statements any day. They're more likely to show up in their trusty old workout gear that's seen more miles than some people's cars. While others are high-fiving and shouting woo after a killer workout class, Sigma females might be sneaking out early to hit the trail solo or unwind with a calming yoga flow at home. They'll take their fitness routine with a side of peace and quiet, thank you very much. In conclusion, Sigma females are known for their strong sense of individuality and unique tastes. While many people enjoy things like going clubbing, taking selfies, or indulging in extravagant dining experiences, Sigma females prefer to chart their own course. They value meaningful experiences over passing trends and seek genuine connections rather than superficial approval. By staying true to their personal preferences, Sigma females show us that real fulfillment comes from being authentic, even if it means standing out from the crowd. Let's celebrate the distinctive qualities of Sigma females who navigate life with authenticity and determination. If you connect with their perspective or are curious to learn more, our channel is here to help you understand and appreciate the Sigma female experience. Subscribe now to keep up with insightful discussions, personal stories, and practical tips that encourage empowerment and self-discovery. Together, let's embrace the power of individuality and work towards a more genuine, fulfilling life. Thanks for watching. See you next time. Bye for now, and take care.